Hey guys, it's Coach Ron. Just want to discuss real quick and lay out the strength and conditioning program as we're going to be doing it during this preseason. So, like I had said previously on Saturday, the strength training program is the conjugate system of strength training, which was developed by Louis Simmons. So when you get the template emailed to you, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday or Sunday are going to be our main working days. 4 days a week is going to be the strength training. We're obviously having practice on Saturday, so I'll kind of discuss some of the things in future posts or emails on how we'll go about managing those workloads and how we can ensure that we're not overtraining and we get enough recovery. So Monday is going to be a max effort lower body. Wednesday is going to be max effort upper, and then Thursday is dynamic effort lower, and then Saturday or Sunday is dynamic effort upper. Okay, so all of the movements that we do are going to be variations of kind of the classical lifts. So it's going to be a variation of a deadlift, a variation of a squat. We'll program in good mornings on those lower body days as well, and then upper body day will be some sort of pressing variation, either via bar if you have it available, or movement. So I believe in pressing vertically as well as horizontally, so we could be doing incline, decline, we could be doing overhead, strict, push, press, push, jerk, some of the things like that as your skill and allows. So that's how I program those, and that's to ensure that the accommodation doesn't occur. So very rarely will we be doing the competition lift. I'll vary the stance, I'll vary the elevation, we'll squat on the boxes, we'll pull off an elevation, we'll pull off a deficit, we'll do rack pulls, etc. We'll do stuff as things become more advanced with accommodating resistance, being bands and chains and weight releasers and whatnot. So that's pretty much it. Another thing I want to discuss with you with regards to the program is those two methods on max effort day. It's what we were called max effort method. And the main intent of that day, which you should have an intent for every training day, is max force production or the development of absolute strength. Okay, 1 rep max strength. On dynamic effort days, the intent of that day is what we refer to as speed strength. What I want you to remember is that the main intent of that day is going to be speed of movement, okay, and form, okay, with that relative percentage for whatever that lift is. Okay, so speed and form is dynamic effort day. Those two methods we use, max effort and dynamic effort method, we use in conjunction in this program, and there's tons of methods in the conjugate system, but we're also going to use what is the repetition effort method. That is going to be incorporated in our accessory work. So I'll program between 10 and 20 sets of accessory work that accentuate certain body parts. So for example, on lower body day, we do glutes, hamstrings, low back. Those are the muscle groups that we hit. If you don't have some of the specialty equipment like reverse hypers and inverse curls and belt squat machines, I'll put in the simplest variations of certain movements that hammer those body parts so that it'll shore up any weaknesses that you may have. So we'll do, like I said, between 10 and 20 sets of those. And that's more of kind of for hypertrophy and to shore up any weaknesses you may have. Now, on upper body days, the 3 main muscle groups that we hammer are triceps, back or upper back, and shoulders, more specifically rear delts. So when you see those body parts and those movements incorporated in those days, depending on if it's an upper body or lower body day, it's very much by design and how those movements or how those muscle groups need to be strengthened in those movements. And now, the only other thing I would say is we continue to go on. Just throw me your questions or anything like that, or even if I ask for videos of your lifts, please send those to me. Because depending on where you're either missing the lift or it's not at the right velocity or you tend to break down during the movement, I'll be able to identify what muscle groups are weakest in you. So you and me may have the same exact deadlift. Say we both pull 500 pounds, but at the bottom of the movement coming off the ground, I struggle with it more than you, and you struggle with lockout. In our accessory work, we'd still do the same variation of the primary lift, but our accessory work would be different to target my weakness and your weakness specifically. We would do different accessory work, or we accentuate different movements during that accessory work. So I might do 6 sets of a particular movement. You might just do 4, or vice versa. And that's the only way you and I are going to continue to get better, because we have a weakness at a different point in the lift. So hopefully that helps explain some things. And I'll also attach to the email my Instagram stuff and some of my other social media stuff, if that helps you. And then that's it, man. So we'll get after it. Just remember, man, thumbs down, pinkies up. Be awesome. Peace.